Okay, welcome to our demo for the client installed eForm app. You can see that the app is loaded onto a Samsung Rugby. Our preferred platform is actually the Samsung Note 2. It's got a larger display and also has a stylus pen, which becomes very handy when we want to capture initials or signatures. Um, again, app here is in the top right hand corner. You can see it there. And again, the logos and so forth can be customizable to the client's needs. So let's go into the app and walk through it. Now here is the opening screen page for the app. You have the technician name and password and also a button to remember it for future use. The logo itself can obviously be modified for each client. And again, fairly simple to use, and the interface is very uh, straightforward. Once the technician logs in, he comes to this screen. This is the open tickets screen, and this screen can be modified to have as many as 7 days worth of tickets going forward, giving the technician a look ahead of what he has in the future. This can be useful for parts that might be needed to bring with him on his truck, so on and so forth. So for this purpose, we only have one open ticket, but again, we can modify each of these screens to fit the customer needs. So let's go into the ticket. Okay, here you'll see that we have customers' details as well as the work to be performed. And if you look at the address of the customer, it's underlined and highlighted. This is a link to Google Maps, so the technician can actually go in and press that link and see where the homeowner resides. Also, you'll see in the top right corner beside the left arrow there, left green arrow, a little book there. That is the customer history, which you'll see the technician open up shortly. This can be used to go through and see types of calls that we have been on before, and it also will help the technician diagnose the current issue as well. So let's see what we have here. Again, opening up the customer history, and the technician can scroll down. All this history comes from the database. It's pushed out for each ticket. The information doesn't stay on the handheld, but is brought forward for the service tech to use. A true two-way communication tool. Here, you'll notice, is step 1 of 7. This refers to the series that we had programmed for the client. This step is important to capture the email address that will be used later to send the electronic copy of the work order to the homeowner, as well as giving us a tool to market any products or services down the road. Call type, is it a billable call? Is it warranty? The arrival time will be set through the phone, and we will then proceed to have the homeowner initial to start the work. Again, everything here that you see is customizable. Customer will now enter his initials, and if he's not happy, there's a clear button there to try again, but if he's happy, we proceed and go on to step 2. This step, again, very simple and easy to understand. Verifying the current equipment we have at the customer's address. If he has more than one piece, you can just scroll down. You can add, edit, or delete the equipment. And you'll notice in the lower left-hand corner of the screen, every step comes with a verified checkbox. This is so that the service tech does not skip these steps. He has to physically check those boxes to make sure that everything has been reviewed. And here is step 3 of 7. This is actually where the service technician again reviews what has to be done, and after the repair is completed, he will enter in work performed and also any kind of recommendations that he might have. Now, the various entry methods can be either through the stylus pen, through a keyboard on the screen, or my favorite, which is the voice to text. The more often that the service tech uses it, the better the grammar becomes on the screen. And again, the grammar can be edited right on the screen or back at home office after the ticket is closed. But it greatly improves accuracy and speed for the service tech in the field. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. You can see he's chosen to use voice to text, and as he speaks, it's recording his voice, and there's very little delay between what he says and how fast the system picks it up and records it. Again, as the service tech uses this feature more and more often or more frequently, the accuracy becomes greater. And now he proceeds to put down any kind of recommendations he might have. Again, utilizes the voice to text function. And you'll see here that the speed picks up as he uses the voice to text capture software. And there you go. On to the next step. Okay, this step also is very important, and you can tell, again, very simple to use. You can add any parts or service that was performed. You can edit the part or service or delete the part or service. Very simple. And you'll notice, again, the checkbox at the end of the screen to make sure that it's been completed. So let's see what happens here. So he goes in and does a search for a diagnostic fee. You can see he's texting now or using the keyboard. Again, the server or the actual database is customizable, and it actually uses your own database. So he's chosen diagnostic item, and there's a unit price there on the bottom, which will be carried forward. And again, step 4 is to verify the price, and here again you could have added parts as well. This step here, one of the more important steps, is to make sure that the pricing, which was carried over from the database, and also the item is used, and also the taxes are added. And now here, again, the method of payment, cash, credit card, or check. The credit card feature, you would add in the credit card number, expiry date, and the verification ID on the back. All this can be handled by the phone. Let's see what happens here. Here the customer is paying by check, and he is adding the check number using the keyboard. And he will verify one last time, and on to the next step. Here is where the homeowner signs that he's completely satisfied with the work. And let's see how we do here. Again, this is with either a stylus pen or the homeowner's own finger, making it very simple. And there we have captured the actual signature. Here, we're close to the end here. The final step, the 7 of 7, we are going to set the complete time based on the phone's time, obviously. And we will then submit the work order, and you will see it drop off the open tickets list. Once that is done, the dashboard that the client has installed, the color of the ticket will change to show that ticket has been completed, and then the office can go in and review the work and immediately contact the customer for any referrals, or give the customer a copy of what was done at the call almost instantaneously. Let's finish this ticket off. As you can see, he submits, and now the tickets are complete.